From the square outside the former finance ministry, thousands of protesters took to the streets of Budapest once more, here to protest against a tax on their use of the internet, a demonstration coordinated on Facebook. The government says it's just a way of raising cash. These protesters say it's unfair and it's political.
It is not just a protest against taxes, I believe. It's more like a freedom march, in my opinion. This is probably just the last straw.
They've introduced so many taxes, and everybody has a feeling that this is like the end of internet, that this is going to kill internet.
The plan was to charge 60 cents for every gigabyte used. Then the government suggested a compromise, a flat rate charge of $2.80 a month. These protesters say no.
Hungary is struggling under enormous public debt, and the government of Prime Minister Viktor Orban has already introduced all sorts of new taxes, but none as unpopular as this one. But many of the protesters here accuse his government of corruption, of trying to weaken the opposition and centralise power, and of trying to limit press freedom.
Finding dissenting voices in the Hungarian press is getting harder. Critics say the internet tax will further erode people's access to opposition voices.
Now
we see young people who up to now stayed away from politics, but because of this tax took to the streets and are expressing their opposition to the government.
Prime Minister Viktor Orban is accused of becoming authoritarian. He admits to moving Hungary towards what he calls an illiberal democracy. He's close to President Vladimir Putin and speaks warmly of how they do things in Turkey and China. The US and his EU partners have expressed their displeasure. It's too early to say whether this protest will grow into something bigger. The government still enjoys a healthy majority in Parliament, but this latest measure has touched a nerve. It's not clear if these protesters have the stomach for a bigger political fight. Simon McGregor-Wood, Al Jazeera, Budapest.